You know that voice in your head? The one that's always chattering away, judging, worrying, commenting on everything? Well, what if that voice isn't actually you? What if it's the real source of pretty much all your stress and unhappiness? Today, we're diving into Eckhart Tolle's incredible idea that we are not our minds, and how that one simple shift can change, well, absolutely everything.
Okay, let's just jump right in with a question that gets to the very heart of Tolle's work. Now, I know that sounds a little intense, right? Possessed, but it points to a profound truth about being human that most of us just completely miss in our day-to-day lives.
And look, Tolle isn't just being poetic here. He means this literally. He's saying that for most of us, this inner voice isn't some helpful tool that we control. It's more like a rogue program that's running our lives, causing everything from our own private anxieties to our biggest global conflicts.
So what is this force? Tolle gives it a very specific name: the ego. But, and this is super important, he's not talking about being arrogant or full of yourself. His definition goes way, way deeper. And honestly, it's so much more important for us to understand.
So get this. The ego, it isn't actually who you are. It's more like a phantom self, a character that's been built up entirely out of thought. It's your personal story, your memories, your opinions, the roles you play, all of it just cobbled together into this sense of I that you mistake for your true identity.
Okay, this slide. This is where it all clicks. Look at the left side. That's the ego. Think of it like a non-stop storm inside your head, all the stories, opinions, and constant mental chatter. Now look to the right. That's your true self. The calm, silent, empty space that simply observes the storm. Tolle's big reveal is this: you're not the storm. You've never been the storm. You're the sky.
All right, so if the ego is just this false self, this imposter, how does it manage to stay in the driver's seat? Well, it's not just sitting there. The ego is a master of survival, and it uses a few key tricks in our everyday lives to keep its grip on you.
I want you to take a good look at this list. Complaining, arguing, judging people, holding on to grudges. Sound familiar? Yeah, we all do this stuff. But here's the kicker. Tolle says these aren't just little personality quirks. They're literally food for the ego. Every single time you complain or argue, you're feeding that false self. The first step to starving it? Just noticing when you're doing it.
Let's just take complaining for a second. Tolle has this perfect example. You can state a fact to create a change. You can say, "Waiter, my soup is cold. Could you please heat it?" See? That's just functional. But the egoic version sounds totally different. How could this place serve cold soup? This is unacceptable. The goal isn't hot soup anymore. The goal is to make someone wrong, which gives the ego a little jolt of feeling superior.
And what about that constant nagging need to be right? Oh man. Oprah once told this amazing story about arguing with Stedman over something totally pointless. It kept escalating until she had this sudden realization. Her ego had completely hijacked the situation. It wasn't about the topic anymore. Her ego had confused its opinion with her actual identity, and it was literally fighting for its life. Now, it's not just about defending ourselves, right? The ego also loves to build itself up by simplifying everyone else, and its favorite tool for that is labeling. The second you call someone an idiot, a jerk, or even something seemingly neutral like a subordinate, you've stopped seeing a person. You're now just interacting with a mental concept, a label in your head. It's such a simple move, but it's how the ego builds walls and completely destroys real connection.
Okay, so if the ego is this pervasive, this sneaky, how in the world do we break free? Well, the solution, according to Tolle, is not to fight it. Nope. In fact, it's the exact opposite.
You have to understand this core principle. Whatever you fight, you just make stronger. Whatever you resist sticks around. Trying to fight your ego is just the ego playing another game with you. It loves conflict, it loves drama, it feeds on that energy. The real way out is something far more subtle and way more powerful.
So here it is. This is the escape plan, and it starts with step 1, which is almost ridiculously simple. Just notice the voice in your head. That's it. Don't judge it, don't fight it, just notice it. The moment you hear that inner critic or complainer, a little gap opens up. In that moment, you are no longer possessed by the thought. You are the one observing it. That tiny bit of space, that's where all your freedom is.
I love this way of thinking about it. The ego is like a shadow. It can only exist in the dark, in unconsciousness. The very instant you shine the light of your awareness on it, poof, it vanishes. It's not about destroying the ego, it's about outshining it with your presence.
All right, this all leads us to the master practice, the ultimate tool for living a life that isn't run by the ego. Tolle calls it the hidden exit door, the escape hatch from the prison of your own mind. So what do you think it is? What's this master key? This escape hatch that's apparently always available to us, no matter what's going on.
The exit door is the now, the present moment. It's really that simple, but it's incredibly profound. See, the ego lives in the past, through regrets and grudges, and it lives in the future, through worry and anxiety. It absolutely cannot survive right here, right now. When you bring your full attention to this moment, to your breath, to the sounds around you, to the sensations in your body, the chattering mind just falls silent.
And that's really the heart of the whole teaching, isn't it? Life is always, only, ever happening now. When you learn to just be with the present moment, to accept it for what it is without fighting it, you stop resisting life itself. You disarm the ego, and you start connecting with something so much deeper, your true self.
So let's end with this. Let's just try it right now, wherever you are. Just pause for a second. Can you feel the aliveness in your hands? The gentle thrum of energy in your body? That feeling, that's your connection to the present moment. That's the way out. And the best part? It's always, always here, just waiting for you.